everybody, this is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I quickly wanted to show you my process video that I'm going to work on today is with this beautiful piece of pattern paper, and I just wanted to show you how I did this. So I put it in my trimmer and I cut a big width ways here, and then I knew I wanted this to be on my layout, so I simply stopped when I got that and fussy cut around. So keep in mind, if you ever are doing layering like that, to go ahead and then you're able to do this. There is a bit of a chunk here, obviously, right, as I fussy cut, but at least I got what I wanted out of my layout. And then I'm simply going to I was working on some mixed media, and I used some of the teal and the gold, and I really love the way this looked, but I only did it right in the middle, so there's all this white space. As what made me think that if I placed this on top like this, it's not quite so bad. You don't get as much white space. I will put a photo around that little bit of area I messed up on, but other than that, you're only getting little hints of white space instead of a huge noticeable amount. So I just want to show you where I'm starting with that, and I will now put you on fast forward. Thanks so much for watching.
All right, so now I'm going to just quickly show you how I decided where I wanted it to be, and I just laid the top piece of pattern paper over the mixed media that I did, and I didn't put it right in the middle because what I wanted was more towards the side. So I was just showing you that. And then I pick my photos, and I'm using these two photos taken from the maternity shoot. My dad actually did our maternity shoot, which is kind of really special. And so I picked two of my favorite photos in the same outfit. I did an outfit change, so this is me in a different outfit than the other photos I have already scrapped. I then took an overlay, cut it in half, because I wanted to use part of it and save the other part for something else. And then I take this other photo overlay and just cut out the wander. This overlay is definitely from the Chamel Lane, one of her collections. And I really wanted to place that over the airplane in the numbers, and I just thought it helped kind of tie in a little more red to the layout. And I do add red in one other spot that you'll see at the end. You're then going to watch me go through all my embellishments and try to decide what I want to do. I actually don't heavily embellish this layout because I love the way the mixed media turned out. I really wanted that to kind of be the highlight of the layout, plus the photos and the story. So let me explain to you what the story is about while you're watching me kind of do my tiny bit of embellishment. These photos, like I said, were from the maternity shoot, but what I wanted to document was how I was always so excited. Like during my whole pregnancy, I was really excited and everything, and then about 2 or 3 weeks before Jackson was due, I started to get so nervous about delivering. And I was having nightmares. It was horrible. I was getting so scared. And in the end, I was very lucky and it was totally fine. I had an epidural. Life was grand. He came out perfect. And so there wasn't really anything to be worried about, but that didn't stop me from being worried. So I really just kind of wanted to document that and put it in our family album. So this isn't going into Jackson's album because I write it um in the first, is it first person when you're writing it saying I? I think that's first person. I don't remember. So I am writing it as I am actually telling the story to myself instead of, like I'm saying the words, using the word I. So this is going in our family album. And but it was a really important story, and I think it's absolutely, I don't know what the word is. I think it's a good thing to let your children and whoever else reads this that you do go through different emotions other than always being happy, because a lot of times we only scrapbook the happy. So I just wanted to document that though I was so excited for him to arrive, I was also very, very nervous. And towards the very end, Sean was also showing some signs of nervousness at becoming a father. So it's just something I really wanted to get documented, and that is what this layout is about. So now let me get more into the actual layout instead of the story behind it. You did watch me do my embellishment, and that I take away what I'm doing right now. That gold heart doesn't stay there. I tried so hard to use it because it matched the colors perfectly, but I just could not find a way to make it work. I do try it in like every spot possible. It didn't work. What does stay on the page is the one heart that is from the Maggie Holmes collection, and the little gold heart that I put on a little bit of foam adhesive underneath so it stood up. And then from a wedding collection that I can't even remember where I got it from, because I mean I haven't scrapbooked wedding stuff ever. So um I but it says our story, and I thought that was perfect because I'm telling our story of how we were excited and nervous for Jackson to arrive. So that's kind of where the embellishment gets placed. You did see that I originally wanted to use the word nervous, the letters that I had chosen. They worked really well because there was gray within the layout, but the font wasn't working for me. It was too blocky. So I instead chose some Amy Tan letter stickers that they're transparent. You can see through them a bit, which was a really smart idea because now I have that triangle of red. So it worked out really well. And then I'm just going to do my journaling here, and exactly like I told you, just how I was nervous. And then before I get off, I just wanted to explain why I used the travel themed pattern paper, because a lot of people are probably like, what? I don't understand. I used it because in the top corner up there it says arrival, and Jackson arrived in January, and I date this the day he was born because that's when he arrived. And that's why I chose to use it. So I took away the fact that it was a travel theme and instead kind of took it as my own twist on it, right? Like I made it into you're arriving into our life, into our world, and all of that. So that's where the travel theme pattern paper came from, just in case you were wondering. And so I'm just going to finish up my journaling here. And sorry, my head is in the way. I do pretty good normally about that, but you can see my lovely and my big nose in the way. But after that, that will basically wrap up the layout. I show that I erased the photo, sorry, not the photo, the journaling with my eraser because I always use my ruler with a pencil. And the only thing you will not see on the layout, because I forgot to add it um, on the video, is I add a little wood veneer arrow at the very bottom of the cluster. But I promise you will see that in the close-ups. All right, everybody, this is my layout. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I will be back soon for another episode. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.